back to the grind with the only free MMA channel that fucking matters, Full-Time MMA. And please, hitters, new listeners, anybody listening to this, I'm giving you a warning. You might want to take your earbuds out if you're listening in earphones. You might want to turn your phone down. You might want to, whatever the fuck you're listening to this on, you might need to turn it down. Because I feel like yelling at the top of my fucking lungs, going ape shit! What the fuck, UFC? What the fuck? What the fuck? Get out of here, dude! The UFC officially does not have the best pound for pound fighter in the fucking world. Bellator officially has the best pound for pound fighter in the world over Jon Jones, because Gegard Mousasi never got fucking caught with steroids. Now, if Jon Jones comes out and beats Daniel Cormier clean, then he can reclaim the fucking belt of pound for pound number one. But as of right fucking now, it's Gegard Mousasi. Gegard Mousasi's the best pound for pound fighter in the world. And I'm talking about in every goddamn definition. I'm talking about moving up and down weight classes. I'm talking about overall fucking skill. I'm talking about resume. Who has he beat? I'm talking about fucking every way you can picture pound for pound, you got Gegard. And that's... if you don't know who fucking Gegard Mousasi is, I would tell you to kill yourself, but I'm a nice guy. So hurt yourself. You fucking pussy. You're too casual for me. If you don't know who Gegard Mousasi is, it's your loss. If you don't know who Gegard Mousasi is, you probably only know Connor and Jones. If you don't know who Gegard Mousasi is, you got some fun. You got some entertainment coming forward to you. You got something to do after this video. Because Gegard Mousasi, I've did a Gegard versus the world. I've did his history. I've also did my own research. Gegard Mousasi is one of my, if not the favorite fighter that I can think of me personally. Gegard might be my favorite. I've got a lot of favorite fighters. He might be the cream of the crop. Maybe number 2, 3. But he might be fucking number 1. You don't understand. Gegard has fought at heavyweight. He's fought at light heavyweight. He's fought at middleweight. He's fought legends. He's beat legends. His record's not shitty. He's like 38-6 or some crazy shit. At UFC, 200, it was his, or UFC, his last fight was like his 50th professional fight. He started fighting professionally when he was 17 years old and still doesn't have an ugly resume. He's fought all over the fucking world. He's fought in 3 weight classes. He's fought fucking legends. He's beat legends. He's beat young guys that are current today in their prime. He's not a guy that was a legend of yesterday. He will still beat your favorite fighter today. This is the motherfucker that you might have heard of that at UFC 200 when Jon Jones fell out of the light heavyweight championship fight. This is the motherfucker that offered to step up if it was for the belt and fight Daniel Cormier, and he probably would have won. Daniel Cormier would have tried to lay on his ass, but Gegard Mousasi's the type of motherfucker to throw your ass in a triangle choke or an arm bar. Bitch, try and lay on me if you want to. I beat fat ass heavyweights before. Shout out Mark Hunt, that's my fucking dog. But Gegard Mousasi has a win over Mark Hunt. First round finish. Yeah, little middleweight Gegard fucking heavyweights up. Little middleweight Gegard fucking light heavyweights up. Little middleweight Gegard fucking elite middleweights up. Gegard motherfucking Mousasi. And now he's signed with Bellator after a 4-year UFC run. Somebody in the motherfucking UFC, whoever signing contracts, don't know fucking fighting. And yes, I understand it's the entertainment era. I understand all of the logistics. I don't have the details, but I understand why the UFC might make this deal. Why they might do this. Because I don't know Gegard Mousasi's numbers, but if the UFC is coming specifically off of numbers, like, if you want $1 million, you have to draw 1 million viewers per show, and Gegard Mousasi only draws 500,000. Therefore, there's probably some analytical bullshit behind why they didn't do it. But whoever was running the numbers, whoever was doing this shit based off of numbers, man, you literally just let go of one of, if not the best pound for pound fighter of all time. Currently. And of all time. Gegard Mousasi, he's not as popular as some of these other guys, and that does matter. But at some point, so does skill. At some point, if you have, okay, let's say John Jones, all the shit he's been through, all the fucking, let's use John Jones for this perfect example. All the shit he's been through, hit and run, dick pills, steroids, all the fucking everything. Hitting a pregnant lady. It's funny, whenever you want to use it as a bad, you can say you was hitting a pregnant lady, even though when you get in a car wreck, you don't know that you're hitting a pregnant lady. You're just, I'm telling you right now, dude, I've been in hit and runs because I didn't have insurance. So if it's a little fender bender, I'm sure you're okay. So I got to get out of here before I lose my fucking license. It's that real. I've did that before, bruh. Multiple times, and I know a lot of people that have did it multiple times. Now, I know John Jones had insurance. He was doing it for different reasons. But I 100% understand the logic of getting the fuck out of there before some shit comes back down on you when you think everything's okay. Now, if you get in a fucking pile up, if you hit a car and that motherfucker flips, you better stop and make sure they're okay. But if you just touch the back of their bumper at a light and you know that the car didn't even move, you probably didn't even cause a dent, hey, I ain't losing my license over this shit. and so, if in a situation like that, if that happened to be a pregnant lady, if you were somebody famous, they'd be like, oh my God, he got in a wreck with a pregnant lady and took off. Even though it was a fender bender and everything was okay. But if you were big enough, they could spin that on you, even though it was something little. So, but still, that was a side note. That was a fucking side note. Because let's say John Jones had all of these issues, but he had 1 million less Twitter followers. But he was still just as good, just as elite. To the hardcore fans listening, let's say you knew who John Jones was, but the casual fans only knew Conor McGregor. They didn't even know who John Jones was. Then John Jones went to Bellator. UFC let him go. And you knew how good John Jones is. You know how fucking good John Jones is. You know he's the GOAT in your opinion. You know he's the greatest of all time. So imagine his contract runs up and the UFC just lets him go to Bellator for nothing. How fucking pissed off would you be if they just let the best fighter fucking walk to Bellator? Because he was missing 1 million Twitter followers. At some point, the skill has to matter. Gegard Mousasi's not a fucking guy that wrestle fucks and goes out and just tries to lay on guys. It's not even like he's not an entertaining fighter. He goes out there to finish fights. Guys try to lay on him. Chris Weidman tries to lay on him. They try to take him down all night and lay on him. He fights heavyweights. He knows the game. He knows your big ass is going to try and lay on him. He's still going to get up every time you fucking take him down and try and finish you. He might knock you out. He might submit you. He might pick you apart. Because the pound for pound greatest fighters of all time can do it any motherfucking way they choose. Gegard Mousasi can do whatever the fuck he wants to 95% of the motherfucking UFC roster. And you just let him walk away. Sorry. Bellator just got promoted. UFC is 1A. Bellator is 1B. There's no more 1C. There's no more B League. Bellator is to me, any motherfucker, just from signing Gegard Mousasi, I got love for Bellator, respect for Bellator. Shout out to Scott Coker. Scott Coker, make it happen. All of that shit. It's real. Bellator is the fucking real deal. It ain't no joke no more. Bellator ain't the end of your fucking jokes. Go ahead and joke if you want to. Gegard Mousasi come to the co-promote and murk your favorite fighter. That real. And I don't care if it's John Jones or Daniel Cormier. Gegard Mousasi's got a real chance, buddy. Because if Daniel Cormier beats John Jones, a clean John Jones, Daniel Cormier will take his spot as the GOAT. Then, Gegard Mousasi and Daniel Cormier will be number 1 and number 2. Just hold on, guys. Just imagine for a fucking second. A lot of people who don't know who Gegard Mousasi is, they don't realize the magnitude of this yet. They don't understand. This is like the NBA letting LeBron walk away to the NFL. Just letting his contract going up, you know, and oh yeah, go ahead, LeBron, go ahead and go play for the NFL. Knowing he's the greatest fucking baller, of one of the greatest of all times. Like, oh, sorry, LeBron, not enough people like you. What? Or, sorry, you don't have a country behind you. What? Sorry, LeBron, you need 500,000 more followers. What? Sorry, LeBron, you want, too much money. Even though we can afford it, we think you deserve a little bit less. Here, how about this? What? What? I'm fucking lost. Hey, man. Hey, you guys see where my stance is on this. Let me just read Bellator's announcement. I'm thrilled to welcome Gegard to the growing Bellator family. He's one of the most well-rounded fighters in all of MMA and can compete in multiple divisions. So that really opens up some exciting matchmaking opportunities for us and the fans. We're looking forward to having him compete on Spike very soon. Gegard Mousasi's going to be fighting at gangster weight. Gegard Mousasi versus Chael Sonnen. Gegard Mousasi versus Fedor. Gegard Mousasi versus fucking Matt Mitrione, Rory McDonald. Gegard Mousasi versus Chuck Liddell. Gegard Mousasi versus Frank Mir. Gegard Mousasi versus the world. With that being said, I don't know what else to say, man. Fuck it. It is what it is. I don't really give a fuck what you got to say about Gegard Mousasi if you're asleep on him, if you don't know who he is, if you haven't did the knowledge, if you're a casual fan. But other than that, let the haters know what the fuck you tell me in the comments. Dude!